Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Alexandra Carter. It's May 24th, 2024. Checking in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl. Bill, yesterday was so great, but unfortunately it ends there.
Yeah, we've been in a rather active pattern the last couple of weeks, but yeah, beautiful day yesterday. Hopefully you got out and enjoyed it. Mid 70s to around 80 degrees. In fact, we did reach 80 in La Crosse and Boscobel. Some 80s over towards Mankato, Red Wing, and Minneapolis as well. Otherwise, mid to upper 70s were common. The good news about the recent active weather is we're basically eradicating the drought conditions across the region, so that's the silver lining. Some sun peeking through the thickening clouds outside right now, thicker clouds to the west. 80 and 52 the numbers from yesterday, 75 and 53 are the averages. 93 and 34, quite a range on those records today, and both of them were set back in the 1920s. Showers and thunderstorms knocking on the door. Now, some of these are strong to severe down across Iowa, but they are running into some drier and a little bit cooler air, so a little bit more stable air locally. So I'm expecting a weakening trend with these storms, so hopefully they'll weaken to below severe levels. But boy, lots of hefty storms across Iowa. They've had a rough go of it so far this severe weather season in Iowa. Current temps in the upper 50s to lower 60s, and it's going to be cooler today because of showers and storms this morning. Chance of more storms later today, and again, some could be strong this morning with some gusty winds and small hail, and some could be strong later today, especially south and east of La Crosse. Highs in La Crosse right around 70 degrees. I'll have more details coming up in just a few minutes.
We will see you then, Bill. Thank you. New this morning, if you take Wisconsin State Route 82 to get to work or school, you'll need to plan a different route next week. Starting Tuesday, Wisconsin State Route 82 between State Route 35 in DeSoto and State Route 27 will be closed for extensive road work. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation estimates it'll stay closed till September 13th, and the project will be finished October 31st. WisDOT recommends taking Wisconsin State Route 56 and U.S. Route 14 as a way to get around the construction. A sweeping bipartisan border security bill failed in the Senate. Blocked by opposition from Republicans and some Democrats, the 43-50 vote marked the second failure of the measure after an earlier version initially had enough GOP support but failed when former President Trump voiced his opposition. Democrats revived it to pressure Republicans and shift the narrative on border security, but it exposed divisions among Democrats as some opposed it, undermining the party's messaging effort. Turning now to the war in Gaza. A U.S. official says Director Bill Burns will travel back to Europe in the coming days. Talks were put on hold 3 weeks ago. On Tuesday, it was revealed previous negotiations were complicated by Egypt, one of the mediators, after they changed the terms of the agreement for Hamas after Israel had already agreed to the deal under the prior terms. The U.S. and other mediators expressed anger and frustration that terms were changed without their knowledge. Last night, former President Donald Trump held a rare Republican campaign rally in the Bronx, a state that hasn't gone red in a presidential election since Ronald Reagan. Trump is hoping the move will help peel away Black and Hispanic voters from President Biden this November. At the same time, the Biden-Harris campaign is trying to gain support from a certain fraction of GOP voters. CBS News' Astrid Martinez has more from New York.
Together, we are going to make New York City great again.
Former President Donald Trump took the campaign stage in the Bronx, an area that voted overwhelmingly blue 4 years ago.
The simple fact is Joe Biden is not getting the job done for the Bronx. He's not getting the job done for New York.
The native New Yorker is also trying to woo Black and Hispanic voters away from the Democratic Party.
I think that we should listen to both sides of the argument and then make informed decisions in the best interest of Black people.
President Biden spent yesterday hosting Kenya's president, the first African leader to have a state visit in 16 years. In a new political ad, his campaign paints Trump's past dealings with Black Americans as adversarial.
He was sued for refusing to rent his apartments to Black families and called for the execution of 5 innocent Black and brown teenagers.
The Trump campaign denounced the ad as a, quote, cheap attempt from the Biden campaign to gaslight Black voters. Meanwhile, the Biden-Harris campaign is trying to lure supporters of former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley after she announced this week that she will vote for Trump.
In an interview with a local New York news outlet last night, Trump said he thinks Nikki Haley will join his team in some way. Trump also discussed possible vice presidential picks, throwing out names like Ben Carson, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, and New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. Bond has been set for the Eau Claire homeless man accused of sexually assaulting a child. 36-year-old Ray Jackson is facing felony charges of second-degree sexual assault of a child under 16, child enticement, and kidnapping. According to the criminal complaint, he lured a 14-year-old girl into a porta potty before sexually assaulting her. Jackson is being held on a $200,000 cash bond. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 65 years in jail. He'll be back in court May 28th. Minnesota environmental advocates say a new state law will expand public water protections across that state. State statute defines public waters, but the DNR also has a list of them in a public waters inventory. A previous state Supreme Court case ruled a Renville County creek was a public water, despite it not being on the PWI. The legislature's new law now clarifies that a waterway is public when it meets the definition criteria in the statute, even if it's not on the PWI. The water program director for the Minnesota Center for Environmental Advocacy says as the state continues to deal with pollution from agricultural runoff, environmental safeguards have to be in place for all public water resources.
You know, our permit requirements are there to mitigate impacts, not necessarily to stop projects altogether, but to make sure that they're designed in a thoughtful way. These are really important public water resources, and they deserve to have those protections.
The law also gives the DNR $8 million over the next 8 years to update the PWI list to limit confusion with farmers. And gear up for an action-packed weekend in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley. Sparta will host a free farmers market tomorrow in Mueller Square, on the bridge, and in Creekside Village. In Eau Claire, the Plus will host comedian Nina Martinez Rutherford tomorrow. For ages 18 and up, tickets are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7. And finally, for you race fans, catch the 12th annual Spring Shootout at Mississippi Thunder Speedway tonight at 7. Tickets are $25 for adults, $23 for seniors, $5 for students, and kids 12 and under are free. If you can't make it, you can watch live on raceanddirt.tv. A program in Arcadia is helping provide meals for elementary schoolers. The Buddy Bags program has donated 10,000 meals to Arcadia elementary school students. As Allison Fergut reports, they did that in less than 3 years.
It all started with an idea at Christ Lutheran Church in 2021.
It was during the time of COVID, and our committee was trying to determine different ways that we could impact the community, and we actually had 2 teachers on our committee that said the school could use some help with food insecurity.
According to Wisconsin's Department of Instruction, over 80% of students at Arcadia Elementary are considered economically disadvantaged.
The need is very great here.
Many qualify for free and reduced meals during the school week, but the weekends without school meals pose a challenge. The Buddy Bags program aims to solve that.
We pack food bags, which consist of a meal, some snacks, and other different food items that the students take home each week with them.
The bags are packed on Sundays after church service. On Fridays, they're handed out to first or second grade students, depending on the week. And every student is included in the program.
The food bags are given to every family. It's not something that families or students have to sign up for. There's no hoops to jump through. It's just you're here at Arcadia and here's some food to help you get through the weekend or whenever you need it.
If there are extra bags for the week, they'll get redistributed to kids in other grades. Staff at Arcadia Elementary say the program has made a big difference for their students, and not only when it comes to nutrition.
The thing that I've just loved is seeing students just being comfortable with accepting, help and support, because sometimes that's, a learning moment in itself.
They do feel now comfortable and have access where they'll come and ask.
The food comes from both local corporations and individual donations. It's a community-wide effort that hit a major milestone at the beginning of May.
So we're very excited. We're just celebrating our 10,000th bag.
It's pretty incredible, and to think of the families that has impacted is pretty special.
Reporting in Arcadia, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now, This Morning.
The program only runs through the school year, but it will continue in the fall. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news, DuPont Chemical announces plans to break up after 200 years in business. Mortgage rates fall for the 3rd week in a row, and Volkswagen recalling 80,000 electric vehicles over a major software glitch.
It's a job that holds the fate of Britain in its hands. I'm Ian Lee with the Raven Master at the Tower of London.
For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Warmer temperatures means the summer travel season is heating up, and for many people, that means it's the perfect time to hit the road. Today is National Road Trip Day. Millions of Americans already have their plans mapped out to get somewhere to relax and recharge. For many, that might mean a trip to the beach with family or friends, and for others, a drive to a national park or a tourist town. The website The Vacationer says 80% of Americans will take a road trip this summer. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is next.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new tender platters. Crunchy, juicy chicken dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded, served with garlic toast, fries, slaw, and an ice-cold drink. Delicious, down to the very last crumb. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
People of another age, yep. Howdy Doody Time, the Ed Sullivan Show, the Mickey Mouse Club. You remember, getting in and out of that tub just isn't quite as easy as it once was. We make life easier for older folks like me. New walk-in shower, a personal shower, a seat if you like. Seriously, be safe. Call the board store. Let us make your bathroom safe and beautiful. Contact the board store today.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Find sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, recliners, dining, and more. Plus 12 months interest-free financing. These deals only last through Memorial Day weekend, as we will be closed on Memorial Day to remember and honor our nation's heroes. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale. Going on now.
Life happens. When people hit bumps in the road, Family and Children's Center is here to help. FCC offers mental health support with 20 different programs, support for hurts, heartaches, and hardships. Because life happens. Contact FCC Outpatient Therapy at fcconline.org.
Visit Cooley Cards and Gaming in Onalaska. Whether you're looking to buy or sell basic or investment level sports, trading, or gaming cards, Cooley Cards and Gaming is your place. If you're more into autographed or game used sports memorabilia, we have it all. Weekly trading card tournaments and beginner games on Sundays. We're open 7 days a week, so stop on in.
Come on down to Cooley Cards and Gaming to turn your old cards to cash and explore ourselves for exciting additions to your collection. Your cards deserve a new adventure, and so do you.
Located in Valley Plaza, Onalaska.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Introducing Hardee's Blueberry Biscuits. Make summer mornings sweeter with the goodness of blueberries baked into Hardee's biscuits, drizzled in icing, served warm. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Welcome back and a good Friday morning to it. It's 6:11. A check of the schoolcast. Make sure the little ones are prepared once again for some showers and thunderstorms. 63 degrees this morning, 67 by lunchtime, afternoon highs around 70 degrees. Now, dog walking forecast. Sully checked out my forecast and saw that rain is likely today. Not so happy, but hoping to walk with Denise at some point. If you can't find some dry time today, tomorrow is looking fantastic for a dog walk or anything else outdoors. Some filtered sunshine right now as showers and thunderstorms are knocking on the door from northeastern Iowa. Some of those on the strong side. Chance of more storms this afternoon and then dry tomorrow. More rain likely on Sunday. Not listed here, but a small chance for a shower on Memorial Day, but much of Memorial Day is looking dry. Again, these showers and thunderstorms this morning are severe, at least severe thunderstorm warnings along this line. Kind of borderline severe, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, maybe some hail up to quarter size, but hopefully they will continue to weaken a little bit as they run into some slightly drier air locally, with dew points only in the upper 40s to lower 50s around the La Crosse area. Now, you can see those storms extend all the way into southern Iowa, where there's some very strong storms south and east of Des Moines. Iowa's had a really rough start to the severe weather season so far this year. Current temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. It will be cooler today because of the rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Highs right around 70. Going with kind of a soft alert day today, just due to the chance of those showers and storms this morning. Some could be strong, and then a chance of more storms later today. Some of those could be strong as well, especially over southern parts of Wisconsin. I will have my full 8-day forecast coming up in just under 4 minutes.
In your consumer news this morning, DuPont has announced plans to break up again. The American multinational chemical company will split into 3 publicly traded companies. This week, it said it plans to spin off its electronics and water businesses into their own yet-to-be-named companies. DuPont says it expects to complete the breakup transactions tax-free to shareholders within the next 18 to 24 months. DuPont's CEO says the 3 smaller companies would have greater flexibility after the spin-off. Mortgage rates fell for the 3rd straight week. The standard 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaging just below 7%, according to Freddie Mac. That's the lowest since early April, but it is still higher than anything seen in the decade leading up to 2022. It's not the only issue affecting the housing market. There still does not appear to be enough supply for interested buyers. And Volkswagen is voluntarily recalling nearly 80,000 of its ID4 electric sport utility vehicles. The National Traffic Safety Administration says it's over display issues. The agency says a software malfunction causes the instrument panel to sporadically reset or not boot at all. It says as a result, the panel might not display speed or the rear view camera. That increases the risk of a crash. The model years affected are 2021 to 2023. So far, no injuries related to this issue have been reported. The United Kingdom has all sorts of jobs to support the monarchy. There are, of course, the king, prince and princesses, dukes and duchesses. But as CBS's Ian Lee reports, there's one job in particular that ensures the survival of the realm.
Okay. I'll take a picture of it.
The Tower of London holds priceless artifacts, including England's crown jewels. But what Barney Chandler protects is arguably more precious.
It's a unique job. There's only one Raven Master in the whole world. It's the health of the birds that's the main responsibility. She'll come and eat out of my hand.
Barney is the tower's Raven Master.
This little badge here, 14 years I've waited for it.
He makes sure the 7 resident ravens get their fill of food, water, and even puts them to bed.
But yeah, perches, constantly changing them.
This centuries-old royal treatment comes with an equally dire prediction.
Predominantly, there's a legend that states if the ravens ever leave the tower, the White Tower will crumble and a disaster befall the kingdom.
That's a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
You didn't mention that too much before I took the job on, and now I'm realizing it.
What is more important then, protecting the crown jewels or ensuring the survival of the ravens?
Blimey, I've never been asked that. Historically, the crown jewels have been lost before as a whole, and the kingdom's still here. So the kingdom survived that once, it can survive it again. The kingdom has never survived the ravens being gone.
A minimum of 6 ravens need to nest in the tower, strutting their stuff for millions of tourists. But these birds of a feather don't necessarily flock together.
They've all got their own personality. Some are more aggressive than others, some will keep their distance, some are more mischievous, some are more friendly.
I Googled before coming here what a flock of ravens is.
An unkindness.
An unkindness.
I think it's unfair, I really do. If you go back far enough in mythology, these were the ravens, it was nothing but a good omen.
And they'll stay a good omen, just as long as the Raven Master does his duty and the birds continue to call the tower home.
If one raven goes missing or dies, there are always a raven on standby. They receive birds that have been rescued and rehabilitated by a bird sanctuary. That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:17. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Alexandra. The good news about all of these rounds of rain that we've had over the past couple of weeks, our drought conditions are shrinking. Look at this. No more extreme drought areas, no more severe drought areas, just a couple of pockets of moderate drought, one between La Crosse and Madison, and another one over portions of northeastern Iowa. But boy, from La Crosse up through Black River Falls, Winona, Eau Claire, over towards the Twin Cities, and up towards Wausau. No drought conditions anymore, thanks to all of the recent rainfall, and we're going to add to that today. Now, we have some filtered sunshine right now, but thicker clouds as we shift the view to the west. 62 degrees at the airport and downtown at the station. Winds out of the east at 7. The Mississippi rising a bit, 7.75 feet. 60 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire with an east to southeast wind at 14. And the Chippewa River starting to fall. Current temperatures pretty mild this morning in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Now I'm going to show you the dew points because this is important with these storms moving in. The air is much drier around La Crosse and our neck of the woods, upper 40s to lower 50s with dew points in the 60s down into Iowa, feeding those storms, and some gusty winds around those storms as well, gusting over 30 miles per hour, even higher than that along this line of showers and thunderstorms. And you can see them racing across southern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa. Some severe warnings out, what I call marginally severe, meaning just barely 60-mile-an-hour winds, up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, officially 58 or higher is considered severe, and hail maybe up to quarter size, but some of the hail indicators are dwindling as well as these storms run into this drier, more stable air locally. But still, a good chance of that round of showers and thunderstorms impacting the area this morning. Could see some more storms later today as this vigorous low over the Dakotas shifts to the north and east and lifts those frontal boundaries north and east across the region. So Sky Tracker showing this first batch of storms reaching the La Crosse area maybe between 8 or 9 o'clock or so. And then we get a little bit of a break before more storms refire this afternoon, especially south and east of La Crosse. And some of those could be on the hefty side as well, especially if we see some sunshine or heat up and kind of reignite the atmosphere, so to speak. And then clearing tonight, and that's going to set the stage for a beautiful Saturday. But then unfortunately heading into Sunday, another batch of rain moving in from the south and west for our Sunday. Now, we do have a level 1 risk from the Storm Prediction Center for most of our area, level 2 risk down to the south here. And again, we'll see that round of storms this morning in a weakening state and then a chance of more storms later today. That's where the best chance would be for an isolated tornado and gusty winds and hail, possibly with those storms this morning as well. So I'm going to call today an alert day, kind of a soft alert day if those storms hold their intensity moving out of Iowa. We could add another ½ an inch to an inch plus of rainfall over southern portions of the viewing area today, and everyone's going to see a little bit of rain at least. Temperatures cooler because of the rain and storms at times, mid-60s to around 70 degrees across the region. So these numbers about 10 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. 70 in La Crosse, showers and storms this morning, chance of more storms this afternoon, especially south and east. 47 tonight, rather breezy this evening, decreasing clouds overnight. Beautiful day tomorrow, 76. Rain likely Sunday, 65. And then just a small chance of showers on Memorial Day and Tuesday. Next Wednesday and Thursday looking dry with highs in the 70s and some low-end rain chances next Friday and Saturday. So again, hopefully these storms will be weakening as they move through this morning, but still on the hefty side. So watch that radar and maybe have some Plan Bs for those outdoor plans this morning. Alexandra?
Thank you, Bill. The time now is 6:21. Still ahead on your morning news. The closure of Hospital Sisters Health System in Eau Claire has many residents looking for a new provider. Coming up in your morning medical news, we'll take a look at how UW Eau Claire is stepping in to create a new alliance to improve rural health care.
One more step before state track. Many of our area athletes were looking to punch their ticket to UWL next week. D3 sectionals at Bangor yesterday. I'll have all the highlights coming up in the Blitz.
Bygoff and Rhodey had your back then, and we have your back now. We've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years. Bygoff and Rhodey. Serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Spruce up your lawn with help from Menards. Plus, get an 11% rebate on everything. Find everything from lawn bags to fertilizer, gardening tools, and more. Works Outdoor Power Tools have everything you need to maintain your yard. They're perfect to get the job done quick and easy. Right now, this Works 20-volt cordless string trimmer, edger, and leaf blower combo kit is just $109.99 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. It's the season to save. Lease a new Jeep Compass Limited with heated leather and 4-wheel drive for $299 per month, or buy for $5,000 off. A new Ram 1500 Crew Cab leases for as low as $499 per month, or buy for $10,000 off. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
Hello, Eau Claire. I work for Nomo. Our official name is Nomo Smart Care. We're getting ready to launch Nomo coast to coast, but we're starting here in Eau Claire first. You guys get to learn about Nomo before anybody else and how Nomo can help your family. You're going to see messages on TV and on social media, and we're doing community events. So come say hi. We're excited about Nomo, and we're excited to be in Eau Claire. Nomo Smart Care, N-O-M-O Smart Care.
By Goffin Rohde, we've been Wisconsin's personal injury powerhouse for over 50 years, and we have the #1 personal injury attorney in Eau Claire. By Goffin Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Welcome to the Blitz. In just 7 days, the best track and field athletes in Wisconsin will all make their way to La Crosse for the state tournament. But there's one more step to take in order to qualify. Many of our area athletes were looking to stamp their ticket yesterday. Let's go to Bangor High for the D3 sectionals. The hometown kid looking to vault his way to state. Bangor's Sam Crenshaw putting on a show. The senior making a statement on his home field. Crenshaw clears 16.6. You could tell he was pumped on the way down. Crenshaw's mark more than a foot better than the state Division III record of 15.4. In the boys high jump, Cashton senior Jack Schleisner is headed to state. Couldn't get 6.6, got 6.4. He'll be headed to La Crosse next week. In the girls high jump, Ithaca Weston's Kaylee Miller is headed to state. The senior getting 5.1. That was good enough for the top spot. Let's hit the track. Boys 4x800 meter relay now. Kickapoo-Lafarge gets it done. Panthers punched their ticket. They also qualified in the 4x400. Boys 110 hurdles now. Wazeeka Steuben's Lucius Cooley is headed to state. So is the Brookwood freshman Elijah John coming in 4th place. For the girls, Cashton's Michaela Gooslaw has done it all year. The Eagles junior soaring to state. She'll be joined by Alma Pepin's Finley Knoll, who came in 3rd. 100-meter dash time on the girls' side. Alma Center Lincoln's Felicity Frey flies in with the 4th place time. She's headed to UWL next Friday. For the boys, Waniwak Center's Daniel Railing finishes 3rd. Luther's Elijah Hoppy in 4th. Both guys qualify for state. Time for the 1,600-meter run now. CFC's Addie Dillman has been heating up. The sophomore is state-bound. More from her in a bit. For the boys, Ithaca Weston's Clayton Lee is going to state. The sophomore secures a 3rd place finish. In the 4x200 meter relay, Kickapoo-Lafarge and Bangor qualifying on the girls' side. Cardinals getting it done on the boys' side as well. Bangor takes 3rd. In the 400 meter dash, Luther's Lauren Wickus gets it done. The junior finishes in 3rd. She'll be state-bound next week. On the boys' side, the top 4 all from our area. Adric Eggy and Arlen Walter from Kickapoo-Lafarge, Brookwood's Marshall Dahl, and Bangor's Nolan Langer. In the girls 4x100, Ithaca Weston with another qualifier. They finish in 4th. Bangor boys get it done on their home track. Cardinals come in 3rd place. In the girls 300-meter hurdles, Alma Pepin's Finley Knoll with her 2nd state qualifier of the day. The junior takes 2nd place overall. Same goes for Wazeeka Steuben's Lucius Cooley. He qualifies in both the 100 and 300-meter hurdles. Let's go to the 800-meter run now. On the girls' side, Kaylee Peterson from Ithaca Weston, along with Claire Becker from Melman, are state-bound. And for the boys, it's Alma Pepin's Cole Aarons taking 1st place overall. The senior was just getting warmed up. In the girls' 200-meter dash, Kickapoo-Lafarge's Katie Randall comes in 4th place. And for the boys, it's Luther's Elijah Hoppy taking 3rd place. In the 3,200-meter run, there's Dillman again. The CFC sophomore takes 2nd. Waniwak Center's Katie Field took 4th. On the boys' side, it's all about Aarons. There he is again. The Alma Pepin standout takes 1st overall. But the highlight, Brookwood's Cooper Powell comes in 3rd. The freshman's fired up. Powell punches his ticket to the state tourney. And finally, girls 4x400 meter relay. The Panthers placed 4th. Kickapoo Lafarge with another state qualifier. And there will be a lot of busy teams over the next week. What a showing from our D3 athletes. Many of them are state bound. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
During Home's Memorial Day sale, get an extra 10% off sale prices or no interest financing for 3 years. Plus, get hot buys like this 2-piece sectional for $9.99 or this queen bedroom suite for $7.59. The Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture. Plus, shop homefurniture.com every day.
Tammy Baldwin is a hypocrite. During COVID, she told us to stay home, but used your money to fly to New York to live with her girlfriend at her lavish multi-million-dollar apartment. Baldwin pretends she's for Wisconsin, then jets off to Hollywood to raise money from celebrities. And Baldwin says she's cleaning up Congress, but hires lobbyists to her D.C. staff. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment.
Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
What if antibodies from sharks cured cancer? What if breast cancer was prevented with a vaccine? What if new science became clinical trials in real time? At UW Health Carbone Cancer Center, we search the depths of the ocean, the edges of space, turning possibilities into life-saving solutions and what-ifs into remarkable realities. UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. Remarkable.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Right now at Home World Rugs, get 15% off Area Rug sale prices with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from. And Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 15% off Area Rugs at Home World Rugs.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
In your morning medical news, La Crosse County is hosting an annual walk to recognize Mental Health Awareness Month. The county's Health and Human Services Department hosts the event to reduce the stigma around mental health and raise awareness that you're not alone in your journey. After the walk, a panel of mental health advocates shared their own mental health experiences, raising awareness about available resources in the community. The walk organizer says hearing other people's stories helps bring us together.
It's really helped us reduce the stigma in the community when it brings people together and people share stories. It really brings different organizations together and people come out in their green shirts and just have a lot of community connections too.
To take care of our mental health.
Everyone attending was invited to wear green, as it is the international color of mental health awareness. The walk was also joined by the 100 Black Men March group, raising awareness about the mental health struggles of African American men. The local pastor of a church says it's important to express your emotions.
Well, some people don't have that outlet, so they become angry for whatever reason, and they suppress that anger, and then that can lead to bad mental health.
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, help is always available through the county's Health and Human Services Department, or you can call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Chippewa Valley residents are still adjusting to the recent closures of HSHS hospitals, but UW Eau Claire is one step closer to helping the community. Yesterday, the school announced the creation of the Rural Health Innovation Alliance to give healthcare providers, entrepreneurs, and partners the chance to improve healthcare delivery in rural areas.
How do you improve rural access? How do you improve healthcare outcomes and reduce costs? Without all three of those things being present, our work will have failed.
He adds the goal is for the Chippewa Valley to become the epicenter of rural healthcare innovation. And a new mental health facility is coming to downtown La Crosse thanks to a local grant. Tellurian Behavioral Health received a $50,000 grant from La Crosse Community Foundation to make space for an 8-bed facility for adults experiencing mental health crises. Jackson House will offer care and supervision without the need for medical clearance. The design of the facility will reduce dependency on emergency rooms and law enforcement, allowing immediate care without additional stress.
This is part of a model that's been proven effective across other parts of the country, and Wisconsin is bringing that here. So individuals, sometimes in a matter of hours, can be supported and connected to services and returned to the community, and that's the goal of this program.
Jackson House will provide mental health services, including residential, drug, and alcohol treatment. It's expected to open mid to late summer. La Crosse's South Community Library is now a historic landmark. The city's Historic Preservation Commission voting to approve a historic landmark nomination for the 16th Street building. A bunch of residents came to last night's meeting at City Hall to voice support for the nomination. Commission members also noted every email submitted on the topic supported the idea. After 72 years in service, the library closed in October due to city budget cuts. Time now is 6:33. Here is News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. Could be a little dicey out there this morning, right, Bill?
It could indeed. We've got showers and thunderstorms racing in from the south and west. We'll check radar in just a moment. First of all, clouds thickening over downtown La Crosse right now. All is quiet in the immediate La Crosse area, but already some storms moving into southwestern parts of the viewing area. That's in my drivecast for today. We're going to see periods of showers and thunderstorms. One this morning, a chance of more storms later today. So, of course, roads will be wet at times. Watch those speeds for hydroplaning in the heavier downpours. Now, looking at radar, you can see that line of showers and thunderstorms racing in from the south and west. In fact, now western portions of Winneshiek County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 this morning. Again, these are borderline severe. Wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour, probably in that 40 to 60 mile per hour range, and maybe some hailstones, penny to quarter size. But it is running into a little bit drier, more stable air locally, so these storms should continue to weaken just a little bit, but they're still packing quite a punch. So even if they're not technically severe, it's going to be a rather rough morning. Current temps in the upper 50s to lower 60s. It's going to be cooler today with the showers and thunderstorms this morning, chance of more storms this afternoon. And again, some of those could be strong both this morning and later today. So I'm going with kind of a soft alert day for the region today. Just stay extra weather aware just in case. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast coming up right after the break. Alexandra?
There's the song. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We have Antonio turning 8 years old. He loves to go fishing and hunting with his grandpa. I remember that's what that said. Now my teleprompter is frozen though, but if we scroll to the next, we can give the next person a shout out. That's Lincoln. She's turning 8. She loves playing soccer, doing gymnastics, and playing with her pet lizard named Taylor Swift. Owen is turning 8 years old today also. He loves to play soccer, football, and go camping. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo on our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. It is Foodie Friday on News 8 Now this morning. Coming up after the break, we'll have the coffee manager of the Root Note in studio to talk about an upcoming pour-over event.
Tammy Baldwin is a hypocrite. During COVID, she told us to stay home, but used your money to fly to New York to live with her girlfriend at her lavish multi-million-dollar apartment. Baldwin pretends she's for Wisconsin, then jets off to Hollywood to raise money from celebrities. And Baldwin says she's cleaning up Congress, but hires lobbyists to her D.C. staff. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. The brand new 2024 models have arrived and we could not be more excited to get you on yours. In addition to a bunch of cool new colors, our Street Glides and Road Glides are completely redesigned for 2024. The all-new Street Glide and Road Glide feature a brand new fairing design, LED lights, upgraded engine, and a brand new 9-inch touchscreen display, plus more. Stop by Great River Harley or come out to one of our events and experience the ride for yourself.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Find sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, recliners, dining, and more. Plus 12 months interest-free financing. These deals only last through Memorial Day weekend, as we will be closed on Memorial Day to remember and honor our nation's heroes. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale. Going on now.
Hey, welcome back and a good Friday morning to you at 6:39. We'll start with the allergy report. Medium symptoms today for pine, trees, and grass, and medium to high for tomorrow. By the way, grass will be the main allergen heading into this upcoming month of June. Tractor Central mowing forecast, not a great day for that today or Sunday, with rain likely both days and some thunderstorms today as well. Tomorrow's looking good though, a dry 76, and by the way, Memorial Day looking mostly dry, just a small chance, 20% chance or less of a few showers. Now, clouds have been thickening early this morning, 62 at the airport and downtown. The Mississippi rising a bit, 7.75 feet. Mostly cloudy in Eau Claire, 60 degrees. Winds out of the east-southeast at 14, and the Chippewa River is now falling. So temperatures this morning pretty mild, upper 50s to lower 60s. And I'm showing you the dew points to show you that there is some drier air around La Crosse. Drier and more stable, but some more soupy air just to our south and west. And that's feeding some showers and thunderstorms. And those storms are causing some gusty winds over 30 miles per hour, and even stronger winds close to this line of storms over portions of southern Minnesota and into northeastern Iowa. In fact, we do have western Winneshiek County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 this morning. Kind of borderline severe, if you will. Wind speeds maybe 40 to 50, even 60 mile per hour gusts. Officially 58 plus is considered severe. And then maybe some small hail, perhaps penny to quarter size in a couple of these isolated cells over northeastern Iowa. So these storms should continue to weaken a little bit as they move northeast into that more stable air, but they're still packing quite a punch. So that's why I've got today as a soft alert day, if you will. Otherwise, that vigorous low over the Dakotas is what's lifting these storms east and north across the region. Sky Tracker shows that line of storms reaching the La Crosse area about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. And then a little break, and if we see some sunshine or the atmosphere's able to reignite itself, then some stronger storms potentially, especially south and east of La Crosse this afternoon and early this evening. And then everything shifts to the east by mid-evening with clearing skies overnight, and that sets the stage for a beautiful Saturday across the area. And then heading into Sunday, unfortunately, another batch of rain moving in from the south and west. Storm Prediction Center has our area level 1 risk of severe storms today. That's isolated strong to severe. A little bit higher risk over southern Wisconsin, especially later today if we can reignite the atmosphere. But main threats, gusty winds and some hail this morning. Maybe an isolated tornado, especially in that level 2 risk over southern Wisconsin later today. Rain trackers showing perhaps a third to an inch plus of rainfall, especially the southern half of the Butte area. But with those storms moving in from the west, we could all see some pretty good downpours at times. Otherwise, temperatures will be cooler today because of the periodic storms. Mid-60s to right around 70 or 71 degrees in a few spots, so about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. So that soft alert day, if you will. Again, we could see a few strong storms, showers and storms this morning, chance of more storms later today. 47 tonight, showers then, breezy this evening, decreasing clouds and a bit cooler overnight. And then tomorrow, beautiful, 76. Rain likely Sunday, cooler 60s. Small chance of showers on Memorial Day and Tuesday. 70s mainly next week. Wednesday and Thursday looking dry. Also some low-end rain chances next Friday and Saturday. That's the latest look at my 8-day forecast. Now here's Alexandra with Foodie Friday.
Every week for Foodie Friday, we talk with the business people and artisans behind outstanding restaurants, bars, cafes, and more. This week, we're doing a bit of all three. We're joined by Jared Dennison of the Root Note in La Crosse. The multifunctional space is a coffee shop, a bar, a music venue, and a place to have good food. Jared, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we talked about it's a multifunctional space. A little hard to put it in one category, but what can you tell people at home about it who haven't been?
I think it's a place where we really are focused on quality.
Okay.
In a sense of we're trying to create like interesting flavors, interesting presentations, whether it be a cocktail, a food dish like what I brought in, or some coffee, which you're going to be able to taste pretty shortly. We're trying to give people something that's maybe just a little different than what they're used to, but we're trying to represent like the best version of that.
Very cool. Yeah, so tell us what you did bring today.
So I brought two things. I'm going to brew a really interesting pour over coffee for you. It's a coffee that was co-fermented with blueberries.
Yeah,
so it's going to
cool.
taste like blue candy.
Okay.
And then I also brought a food dish that I can talk about in a minute, but I'm going to get started here.
Yeah, let's do it. And this is called a pour over, right?
Yeah, so this is an example of how we do like by the cup pour over coffee in the cafe.
Okay.
This is kind of a cool way to do it rather than having like a big pot of coffee that's gonna kind of sit and we have to like sell through within a certain amount of time. We can do it by the cup on demand. So that lets us brew some kind of like funky, interesting coffees like this.
Yeah, and is every coffee that people order done like this, or is it like a thing you have to ask for?
This would be something that you would specifically ask for.
Okay.
These are coffees that, when we purchase these coffees, we're purchasing like smaller amounts, like 10, 12 ounces. And so sometimes we'll have multiple bags and they'll like turn over really quickly, or sometimes it'll be on the menu for maybe 3 weeks at a time.
Okay, yeah, very cool. So it's just gonna drip down there?
Yeah, so what this does, this type of coffee maker has the water and coffee held in immersion for a period of time. And then I press a little button and it'll start to trickle, and I'm gonna add some more water. By doing 2 stages, you can kind of pull out different flavor profiles. You can give it more body, so it's like a rich, full cup of coffee, or you can highlight more acidity for the people that really like acid-forward cup of coffee.
Okay, very cool. I can't wait to try it. And then you serve food also. You brought something very fresh looking with you today.
Yeah, so this just hit our menu last week, I believe. It's called the Sunrise Bowl. So what this is, we've got ribbon carrots, fresh spinach, cucumbers with pickled rhubarb, radish, sugar-cured jalapenos, jasmine rice, and then a tofu that's marinated in like a soy ginger glaze. And then there's a dressing that goes over the top of it, which is like a chili paste ginger sort of forward dressing.
Okay, nice. Perfect for summer. It looks like the perfect summer meal.
Absolutely. And if you want to make it breakfast, we can slap an egg right on top of it too.
All right, great. And you guys do events at the Root Note too?
Yeah, we have some really exciting events. So on June 1st, we'll have a latte art throwdown.
Oh.
So that's free to come in and watch. If anybody wants to try their hand at learning how to steam milk and pour latte art, there's a little bit of a fee, and then the person who wins the contest gets to take home all that money.
Okay.
We've got some really exciting music coming up. We've got a really fun show that's a bit atypical on the 28th. We've got some kind of loud and heavy music. We do trivia every Wednesday.
Lots going on. Yeah, and we've got a few things. You've got a brunch show. Yeah, so lots going on. And live music too, which is always, people are always looking for that.
Live music, and it's an all ages venue too. So, you know, especially great for people that are starting to really get into music and seeing live music, but aren't old enough to go to like one of the bars in town to see music.
Okay, great. So now the coffee is pouring down in here.
We're just about done. We've got about maybe 10 seconds, I would say.
Okay. Very cool. And you said this is a blueberry. Is it blueberry infused or blueberry fermented, you said?
Blueberry co-fermented. So what that looks like is coffee grows as a cherry, and what we have is the cherry pit. So those whole cherries are submerged into a tank of water.
Okay.
And blueberries are added to it.
Wow.
And then it's sealed shut, and it's allowed to ferment for, I think this one is about 3 days.
Okay.
And then everything is removed, the fruit is removed from the seed is dried, and then it's sent to a coffee roaster to roast.
All right, and you said it's kind of a mix between like a kombucha and a coffee.
Yeah, there's like a kombucha style note because you do get like a little bit of like a funky fruity note.
Yeah.
That like a lot of flavored kombuchas would have.
Okay, and I did smell that when I smelled the ground beans of it.
Yeah, and like when you smell like the finished brewed version.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's almost like a tea.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Yeah, very cool.
One of the tasting notes on the bag from the roaster is blue cotton candy, and I have to say that's like surprisingly accurate.
Yeah.
And really enjoyable in my opinion.
I bet. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to try it.
May I?
I'll hand that over and we'll give it a go. All right. And you said you specialize in kind of a unique stuff like this, right? So if people want to try something new like this, they should definitely head over.
Yeah, I would encourage it. You know, this is definitely not a flavor that's for everybody. And at first it took me an adjustment period, and now I really am like seeking out these coffees all the time because
it's very good. I like it a lot.
They're so unique, and they just kind of tell an interesting story.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing like nothing I've ever tasted before, but I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we will see you next time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Ashley's Memorial Day sale is going on now. Shop our biggest selection of hot buys, cool deals. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Every week, it costs more to feed my family. Prices are just out of control.
Boy, inflation is really hurting us. It's got to stop.
Career politicians like Biden and Baldwin just don't get it. They're making things harder for folks here in Wisconsin. By stopping the crazy spending that caused inflation and cutting red tape, we can bring prices down. It's time for a change. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'll get the job done for Wisconsin families.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Now get your favorite Ford SUV with financing as low as 1.9% for 66 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Transform your home in one weekend and get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Menards offers a great selection of Cabot stains to bring your wood projects to life. Cabot Australian Timber Oil is perfect for decks, railings, siding, and outdoor furniture. It enriches the color and wood grain while providing maximum penetration, durability, and water repellency. Get a gallon today for $49.98. Plus, get an 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Ashley's Memorial Day mattress sale is going on now. Save big on adjustable mattress sets from Beautyrest Black, Purple, and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get 0% interest for 72 months with select in-store mattress purchases for better sleep and savings. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. Bond is set for the Eau Claire homeless man accused of sexually assaulting a child. 36-year-old Ray Jackson is facing felony charges of second-degree sexual assault of a child under 16, child enticement, and kidnapping. According to the criminal complaint, he lured a 14-year-old girl into a porta potty before sexually assaulting her. Jackson is being held on a $200,000 cash bond. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 65 years in prison. He'll be back in court May 28th. New this morning, if you take Wisconsin State Route 82 to get to work or school, you'll need to plan a different route next week. Starting Tuesday, that road between State Route 35 in DeSoto and State Route 27 will be closed for extensive road work. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation estimates the road will be closed until September 13th and will be finished by October 31st. WisDOT recommends you take Wisconsin State Route 56 and U.S. Route 14 as a way to get around the construction. A sweeping bipartisan border security bill failed in the Senate, blocked by opposition from Republicans and some Democrats. The 43-50 vote marked the second failure of the measure after an earlier version initially had enough GOP support, but failed when former President Trump voiced opposition. Democrats revived it to pressure Republicans and shift the narrative on border security, but it exposed divisions among Democrats as some opposed it. A new mental health facility is coming to downtown La Crosse thanks to a local grant. Tellurian Behavioral Health received a $50,000 grant from La Crosse Community Foundation to make space for an 8-bed facility for adults experiencing mental health crises. Jackson House will offer care and supervision without the need for medical clearance. The design of the facility will reduce dependency on emergency rooms and law enforcement, allowing for immediate care without additional stress.
This is part of a model that's been proven effective across other parts of the country, and Wisconsin is bringing that here. So individuals, sometimes in a matter of hours, can be supported and connected to services and returned to the community, and that's the goal of this program.
Jackson House will provide mental health services, including residential drug and alcohol treatment. It's expected to open mid to late summer. Gear up for an action-packed weekend in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley. Sparta will host a free farmers market in Mueller Square on the bridge and in Creekside Village. In Eau Claire, the Plus will host comedian Dina Nina Martinez Rutherford on Saturday for ages 18 and up. Tickets are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7. And finally, for race fans, catch the 12th annual Spring Shootout at Mississippi Thunder Speedway tonight at 7. Tickets are $25 for adults, $23 for seniors, $5 for students, and kids 12 and under are free. If you can't make it, you can watch live on racindirt.tv.
It's a soft alert day, if you will, as we have some showers and thunderstorms rolling in from the south and west. In fact, a severe thunderstorm warning that does include western Winnebago County until 7:15. Maybe 40 to 60 mile an hour winds, some smaller hail as well. Be on the lookout in Winnebago County, Fillmore County up towards Rochester for this line of strong thunderstorms rolling in from the south and west. Otherwise, temperatures upper 50s to low 60s. It will be cooler today with showers and storms this morning. Chance of more storms later today, high of 70. Dry tomorrow, rain likely Sunday. Just a small chance for a shower on Memorial Day.
Thank you, Bill. 8 interns with Gunderson Health Systems celebrated their graduation from Project Search yesterday. Project Search is a program that teaches special needs high school students on-the-job skills in a hospital setting. The students had the chance to work in different rotations in different departments. The 9-month course helped them focus on technical skills in the hospital, as well as skills that can be employable in a variety of careers, like filling out applications, going to interviews, and attending orientations.
The program isn't so much about needing or wanting to work in the hospital, although some of our interns do, but it's just about learning how to work, and developing all of those skills that will be transferable anywhere they choose to go.
Project Search is closed for the 2024-2025 school year, but they will take applications for next year. So if you or someone you know is interested, you can visit projectsearch.us. Thank you for starting your Friday morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your morning.